Hey everybody, this is King Crimson, and this is my Breaking Bad vs. Dexter finale discussion video. First things first, if you have not seen these series, you should definitely watch them. They're both very amazing. They're over now. You can go watch them all in HD, like all in a row. It's going to be awesome. You should do it. So, spoilers like crazy. I'm discussing the endings, so get out if you haven't seen it. So, even if you're unsure about whether you're going to do it, don't watch this. Just, go watch something else. Or go watch Breaking Bad and Dexter. That's a good idea. So yeah, spoilers. So there's some discussion on which finale was better. When you have two shows like Breaking Bad and Dexter, in the same slot basically, and really big shows like they both were, people are going to compare them. It's just going to happen. If it had been like a year apart, maybe not so much. But then again, people even brought up The Sopranos ending, so I guess they just love to compare these big, big budget shows. So, I was on Bookface, and I was arguing with this woman. She said that the main problem, she said Breaking Bad, her stance was Breaking Bad's ending was better than Dexter's. And her main stance was that Hannah McKay was crazy and wouldn't be a good mother. Now, I rebutted with that. I said simply that, so Dexter did love Hannah, and they really tried to show that Hannah loved Dexter and Harrison. So it did feel a little rushed. The writers were rushed, I think, in trying to fit all this in, but they really did their best to try to show that she did love Dexter and Harrison, and therefore, would do her level best to be a good mother to him. Now, Dexter, she said, they're saying Dexter's crazy. He let his son go away with this crazy poisoner, crazy chick, and so he knew in his mind that if he kept Harrison with him, he was going to end up caught up in his, killing ways probably, or involved in some other way, much like when the Trinity, the Doomsday Killer, took Harrison hostage and nearly killed him. So, he doesn't want anything like that to happen again. And there might be other times he was in danger, but that's the big one that sticks out. Sticks. Knife. So he knew he was going to be in danger if he stayed with him. So, I mean, in his mind, even if she, it's still safer. So he did the best thing for his kid in his mind. So I don't fault him for that one bit. So I think that's a bad reason to say that the show was bad. Some people did not like the fact that he did not die or go to prison. To that, well, you have to say, well, I mean, he really, as far as Dexter's life, I mean, it's over. Earlier in season 4, they had said something about, or he said, all retired serial killers go to Oregon. So there you have the, that's where he is in the end. So he's retired. So it's heavily indicated that he's no longer killing. The little bit we get to see of him, he walks from the truck to his one-bedroom apartment. He has no human contact, he doesn't smile or wave at anybody, and it's just nothing gets said. There's no music, there's no voiceovers, he's totally just not himself anymore. So, and he goes and sits down in the room, and then he just stares dead on at the camera, and it just fades to black. So, they said no death or prison, but in reality, it is his self-imprisonment. He's cut off from all human contact. He never gets to see his son or Hannah again, and he's made it safer for them. So he thinks he'll be better off like that. So it is kind of prison for him. I mean, true, he never really, faced up to the justice system for all the people he killed or anything like that, but he did have to go through a punishment of sorts. And I think that is, that's fair. I mean, people, some people say he's like a hero and stuff, and well, it's true, I liked Dexter a lot. I really did like his character, and I was rooting for him through the whole series. I wouldn't say he was a hero, even though he was killing bad guys. So there are certainly worse people in the world than Dexter, I would say, because he was murdering bad guys. So people, in my opinion, they're saying, they wanted Dexter to go to jail or die. I mean, Walt never got his comeuppance at all. He died. He got to kill all his enemies, and he just died down in a meth lab. So he died a free man. He never was incarcerated. except for that few seconds when Hank had him in handcuffs, which, you know, I don't know, but that wasn't imprisonment. Anyway, so he never even had to live up to that. So why aren't people saying, why didn't Walt have to pay for his sins? I mean, because he died, but he wanted to die. I firmly believe that even if he hadn't caught that stray bullet, he would have hopefully had Jesse kill him. And if he couldn't do that, I think Walt would have killed himself. Maybe not with a gun, but maybe he'd have blown up that meth lab down there. That's what I think would have happened. I'm positive he was not going to let himself get caught. So, in a way, he never really had to pay for his sins either. I mean, is dying really... I mean, I don't know what you believe about heaven or hell, but I mean, I don't think he had to really fully pay for his sins. So, you know, that's what everyone's saying about Dexter. Why didn't he have to pay? Well, they both... You know, Dexter paid far more by living in agony than Walter did by dying, admiring his life's work. So, in that regard, Dexter wins it, in my opinion. He had to pay for his sins. Walter really did not. Let's go theatrics now. Like CG and, you know, effects and all that. I may be a little biased because I really do like Dexter, but I really do love Breaking Bad, so you have to believe me that I'm trying to be objective. Breaking Bad's finale was very good. They tied up every loose end. Anything you could ever really want to know. If I missed anything, you can leave it below, but I don't know. I think that they tied up everything. Jesse got his redemption. He got to murder Todd. So he kind of, you know, I mean, it doesn't make up for them shooting his girlfriend in the head. But it certainly made him feel better because when he drove off, he was really happy. So Jesse kind of got a little bit of closure, and we like to think he can go off and be happy now. Walter got to murder everyone. He got to say goodbye to Skyler. He didn't really get to say goodbye to his son, though. And as far as saying goodbye to a baby, I mean, can you really even do that? The baby's not even going to know Walter existed unless someone tells her. So, you know, he got to say goodbye as far as everything. But, and he got to kill Lydia, and which I don't know exactly why he killed her. She was, I guess, because she was incriminating, and she might have caused trouble for Skyler to use as a bargaining chip or something like that. That's all I can think of. Otherwise, I don't know why he would have killed Lydia, except just the fact that she's a bitch and wanted to kill everyone, and Mike said no. So Walter got some pretty good closure. Dexter got to say goodbye, too. You know, he got to say goodbye to his son. He had that one last moment where he's saying goodbye. So, I mean, they both did get to say goodbye on that, so that's good. So, let's see. As far as the Breaking Bad finale, it just... So my only real problem with it was that the show never went that smoothly. Walter's plans were always constantly thwarted by some outside force, drug dealer, situation that he wasn't fully aware of, or, you know, just unforeseen consequences. So, sorry. I'm excited about that. So the last part was just like, Walter plans this, it works. Walter plans that, it works. Walter plans this, it works. Everything went smoothly. Nothing fucked up for him, and that was very unlike the show. Other than that, it was okay. I understand they had to tie a lot up in one episode. I thought the part about Badger and Skinny Pete was really funny. That was great. I'm so glad they even gave those little sub-characters some pretty good, you know, like they got some money and they, you know, they're still involved in stuff. So they're still involved in the world of crime. And you get to see, you know, they're still alive and everything. Because we haven't seen them in, I don't know how many episodes. I guess since the Vamanos Pest when they buy the guitar cases for them. Or the roadie cases. So then... Dexter, I kind of lost my train of thought. But yeah, they both had some good closure. So back to my other point, the theatrics and everything like that. The last episode of Dexter was very much out of place with the rest of the series, much like Breaking Bad's was out of place for different reasons. Dexter's was very, very theatrical. Big. There was swelling music that we've never heard before. He drives out into this big, you know, CG storm and everything like that. And it's just really a big episode that was not like anything we'd seen in the series. And the biggest gripe was, why wasn't every episode like that? Like, that was so cool. That was a great it was just so dramatic and powerful, and none of the other episodes were like that. To Breaking Bad's credit, as far as all the effects go and what Walter's capable of and stuff like that, that all fit in nicely, and they did tie in everything. So the Denny's scene, the gun he bought, his house, him going back to get the ricin, they did tie all that back in very neatly. So that was, I mean, it's good. I mean, it's good. It just, I don't know. I would have done it slightly differently. I read a little bit online about what people would have done, and I read this one anonymous dude's opinion on it, and it was good. I'll put up another video listing that, and I'll try to credit him insofar as I can. It's anonymous, but it was really good, and they really should have done that instead. So stay tuned for that video. I'll probably just cut it in here, but it was a lot better. It just could have been done better, is all I'm saying. I mean, great show. People are going to take this the wrong way. Like, I loved the show to death. I watched it religiously every week at 2 in the morning when it comes on in my time zone. It was great. I loved both shows. They're both amazing, and I'm very, very sad that they're both over. It's going to be really hard to fill the void where these shows were, especially with Mad Men going till fucking 2015. Like, who gives a shit? Why are you doing a split season? God damn it. So I can't even pay attention to that right now. It's just too far off. But yeah, this is certainly going to leave a void in all our lives, and I hope we get to see another show of the same caliber as Breaking Bad and Dexter that has just kept us so enthralled and just entertained for the last since like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe. I think like they've both been on a long time. I hope we live to see another show like that. That'd be cool. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. This video is obviously going to cause a lot of debate, so leave it below. I would love to discuss it with you guys. Like, please, just comment, because I miss stuff. I totally do miss stuff. So leave it below. Leave it at the tone, like Jesse says. So, all right, see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Oh, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, bitch.